Hey guys, just Pip here, and I want to talk to you today a bit about what sort of job you should do. Now, as you know, I have had several businesses in my life and several business experiences, and I wanted to talk to you a bit today about this, about some decisions I've come to. So, as you know, a few days ago I was thinking about going into the reborn doll industry. Now, obviously this doesn't look like a real baby yet, but it's quite heavy, and it's silicone. It's got paint on it at the moment. I didn't do that. But I was thinking of maybe just giving this beautiful little one a go to make her or him more into a proper baby. A lookalike, that's what a reborn doll is. It's a baby that looks like a reborn doll. So this is a business idea. And the reason I want to talk to you about this is, so at the moment, especially with the economy, it's always wise to do your due diligence. So I thought, oh, this is amazing, and on eBay I checked for kind of sold babies and things like that, and they're flying out like hotcakes pretty much at the moment. Although some people on Facebook said they're having problems selling, I reckon they're probably having problems selling because they're trying to sell through things like adverts on Facebook Marketplace or Etsy stores, which is like, you might as well just not bother if you've got an Etsy store. They're so saturated, and they're not really trusted by the mass market. You wouldn't really buy anything off Etsy unless you were really that type of person who wanted a one-off. And you were like an Etsy fan. The general person, I think, wouldn't do that. So anyway, I had a look, and so basically these sell for about a minimum of £50 on eBay, and I was like, right, okay, that's great. Maybe we could go to the low end of the market. We could sell ones that are not this size, but 12-inch ones. You know, what, I can get my kits off things like AliExpress, Alibaba. And I was thinking about this because I've got I used to have a Amazon business, and I used to sell baby goods. I used to sell a baby caddy, which is basically a little baby box. Actually, I've got one here. So this was what it was. It was a little baby box. You can see the handles there, and basically put nappies and bits in it, and it's easier for moms. But you've got to do your due diligence. So the reason our Amazon business failed was because prices of shipping from China went up, and also prices on Amazon, which is a platform that I was selling on, went up as well. After you've had things in storage for several months, you start paying fees, which I didn't really know about, because every marketplace on Amazon is different. So eBay is obviously a bit different because you're not being fulfilled by Amazon or whatever. You're what's called FBM, fulfilled by merchant, and that means basically that the buyer sells, you've got your stuff there at home, and you sell from your home. So you've got no storage costs. You just, you know, you're paying for your mortgage or your rent, so your storage is kind of already paid for, already included, because it's your living abode. So basically within all this, so if you think about it, so I was looking at material costs and things like that. So material costs about £20 per baby, if you like, keeping it at a minimum. I'll start as heavy. For a 12-inch baby from one of the sellers. Now, sellers can change their prices obviously at any time, depending on cost of materials and supply and demand, things like that, and how many units they've got in stock. Obviously, the less units they've got in stock, the more they're going to price. Supply and demand again. Shipping might change, things like that. So I was like, okay, that could go up. So that's only like a £30 per baby if you sell profit, and that's not including tax, which in the UK is 20%, and that's also possibly not including things like post and packaging and paint materials, and for a lot of silicone babies like this one, you have to bake them as well, depending on the paint you've got, whether you've got air dry paint or paint that you need to bake on. So probably at the moment not really worth it, although they are selling like hotcakes, and some of them are selling for a lot more. It also depends on your skill set, so I would need to invest for me in a course which would kind of help me paint by numbers and do it that way. also with bearing in mind the economy, so reborn babies are a luxury item. They're not a necessity like food or whatever. So actually at the moment I figured that I'm actually going better off sadly going back into probably work. So that's really sad. That didn't last very long, did it, that idea? But I have got one that is coming to me. I bought one for, I think it was $14.29 including taxes, off AliExpress. I should have gone for the one with the little hat and the little coverall as well, but I didn't, stupidly, and now I've got to find baby clothes for it. So here we go for Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, just do your due diligence and your business ideas. I got really excited about that idea, but obviously it's not going to be something that's coming to fruition unless you can really find your niche and really find your mass market. And also it's not really anything that you can, there are collectors out there, but I would say obviously you can't sell them the same doll over and over again. It's not like a subscription or anything like that, which is recurring. So I would say if you're going to go into business at the moment, do something that's subscription or based on something that people really, really need, like, I don't know, health, finance is always a great one. Women have a lot more things to cater to than men. The baby market is a big one because people will spend silly money on babies because it's an emotional thing. But I would say go for a subscription if you can, and go for something that is essential or that has a high emotional value. The reason these reborn babies sell is because it's a high emotional value. So people just love the way they look like a real baby, particularly women. It makes them go, oh, and it's really helpful as well for women who've lost children or whose children have grown up and they're kind of like, don't know what to do with them myself anymore, but they don't want another kid, that kind of thing. It's also really good for apparently people with dementia and anxiety and depression. So that's it from me, and that's my update for today. Bye.